Soon as I get on the stage, open it up, we about to rave.
At 4, number 3, Anthony Davis.
Welcome, everyone, to Noche and Beyond. A Latin theme is the backdrop to tonight's festivities. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Doris Burke. And roaming the sideline for tonight's game are Allie LaForce. So here's Oklahoma City's starting group. Holmgren plays at the 4 with Hartenstein at the center spot. Gilgeous-Alexander runs things with Dort to his side. And it's Williams at the small forward position. And for Dallas, in its small and power forward, it'll be Flagg and Davis. Harper is out there with Irving, and it's Lively in at the 5. And this early in the season, Greg, we still have a lot to learn about these teams.
And they're still learning about themselves, right? The coaches are working on rotations and game plans. The players are trying to establish the chemistry that a winning team needs.
Unbelievable release from Kyrie. Boy, shot ready on the catch.
Gilgeous-Alexander with it. He's picked up by Harper. Holmgren the pass to Williams. Back to Holmgren. Oklahoma City moving the ball around. Dort misses. Here's Dallas. We're now joined by our sideline reporter, Allie LaForce. Allie, it's all yours.
Earlier, I spoke with Jason Kidd. Coach thinks that they can push Chet Holmgren out of the comfort zones, and he's okay with making him a jump shooter. He said on the perimeter, he may as well be any shooter. We can guard that. Once he's on the inside, though, the advantage is his. So we have to prevent that as much as we can. Back to you.
Thank you once again, Allie. Here's SGA. The Mavericks making the shot. Knocks it loose. Holmgren the pass to Hartenstein. Back to Holmgren. Hartenstein with the screen on Irving. 5 to shoot. Holmgren can't hit.
If you're a defender, your job is to make life hard on an excellent shooter. Great defense there.
And Doris, we had heard the era of the big threes might be fading, but the Thunder have one with Chet Holmgren, J-Dub, and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
And the beauty of that trio you just listed, they are all similar ages. They are all passionate about the craft of the game of basketball, and all three are about winning. But I'm telling you this, the Oklahoma City fans not taking anything for granted. They thought KD, Russell, and Harden would be together forever, and it didn't happen. You are not going to find too many better in the mid-range than Kyrie Irving.
Gilgeous-Alexander against Irving. SGA kicks to Williams. Over Flagg. A shot by Williams, no good.
Well, stay attached, affect the quality of the shot. That is excellent interior defense.
Here's Lively. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City.
That was their first miss of the game. 4 for 5 right now. What a good start.
They're running. And Harper slams it in.
Well, they weren't going to pass up that chance to get out and run following the steal.
Thunder trailing by 7. Gilgeous-Alexander with it. He's picked up by Irving. And Gilgeous-Alexander, here we go. Up and in on the layup.
Oh, my goodness. The quickness of SGA, the burst. It's like a blur.
Gilgeous-Alexander against Irving. Shot clock at 5. It's hauled in by Jalen Williams.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
That one goes. Count it. Gilgeous-Alexander's got his second basket of the night.
That's a quick strike from Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. In catch-and-shoot situations, those scoring instincts are right on point.
Irving with it. Williams picks him up. It's stolen by SGA. Pass to Williams.
2 minutes remaining in the first. 2 minutes.
Holmgren with a screen on Irving. Williams can't get it to go. Mavericks leading by 3. And Greg, you might not be surprised to hear this, but Shai Gilgeous-Alexander comes from a family of athletes.
Yeah, I mean, his mother was a sprinter in the 400 meters representing Antigua and Bermuda in the 92 Summer Games in Barcelona. Impressive. And the timing just not there on that attempted alley-oop.
Just a missed connection, and it happens. I'm sure they will go back to it if given the opportunity.
Now here's Williams. Scoreless thus far. 6 on the shot clock. Puts up a deep 3. And Davis pulls it down. And so it's Davis. He'll bring the ball up for the Mavericks. 3-point lead. Davis setting the pick for Irving. They can use a bucket. The Thunder pull it in. 51 seconds left to play in the first. Takes a step back. Williams attacking. Dort wide open. Good. A nice assist for Williams. And it's all knotted up.
Nice job by Lou Dort to make his way to the corner and then make the shot.
Mavericks have gone 5 of 9 from the field here in the first. Pass to Lively. Here's Flag. Davis with a screen on Williams. Down low. And that one's good by Davis.
Selfless play from Flag. If your shot isn't there off the action, you have to give it up.
Thunder have gone 4 for 9 from the field to start this game off. Now, here's SGA. Now Hartenstein. Pass to Holmgren. It's stolen by Davis. And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. Mavericks lead by 2. And the second quarter will get underway just after this short. And as we return, it's Noche Latina, celebrating the NBA's connection to the Latin American community. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for Dallas.
Right off the bat, they're going after the ball, looking to jump into the passing lanes and create some steals in transition.
The other thing they've done a great job of so far is getting offense off of their defense, forcing turnovers, then quickly converting.
So with Irving on the bench, here's the 5 for Jason Kidd right now. They've got Hardy. Anthony Davis is out there with Daniel Gafford. And there's House. And it's Washington in at the small forward. Pass to House. Rebound goes to the Thunder.
Pressured that shot by getting a hand up just as good as a block.
And he did it without fouling, and that's become an art, changing shots without making contact.
And here is Holmgren. Clock at 6. Wallace, the pass to Holmgren. And trying for the go-ahead basket. It doesn't go in. And Doris with the big trade last season. There's more than a little pressure to win in Dallas.
Kevin, this organization traded away a generational star in Luka Doncic, one of the great players we've seen come into the league as an 18-year-old. And you got a player in Anthony Davis who has an injury history and is 6 years older. You better believe there's pressure in D-Town.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. And Greg, on a team as stacked as OKC, you can almost forget about Chet Holmgren, who is the number 2 overall pick back in 2022.
And let's give him his flowers, right? The portrait of a modern big man. Shot blocking, shooting range, and plays with an edge.
Kyrie Irving's checked in for the Mavericks. And then for Oklahoma City, Jalen Williams is checked in for Wiggins. And it's Dort in for Isaiah Joe. And guys, hold on now. I'm getting word we have Shams Charania calling in. Shams, what do you have for us?
Well, for all the anticipation around NBA expansion, we might have to pump the brakes. I'm told a number of team owners are a bit hesitant to further carve up the revenue from this new national broadcasting deal, so the timeline may take longer than some fans had hoped.
They'll get there for sure. All right, Shams, we thank you very much for that report. Let's check in now with our Allie LaForce, who's got a story for us. Allie?
Thanks. Kyrie Irving, so admired by his head coach, and Jason Kidd said Kai is a special dude. He wants to be coached, to understand the game at the highest level, and to be pushed highest level. What's more, I don't think he's afraid of failing. Back to you guys.
Great mentality. Allie LaForce with that report. Great job as always, Allie. Thanks. And so House nails both of them. You know, so much turmoil for the Mavericks last season, GA. Despite that, they were a win away from making the playoffs.
Yeah, they battled valiantly. But to go from the 2024 NBA Finals to the lottery, obviously disappointing. They're looking to make amends this season.
And again, Oklahoma City, no good. The tray. The shot will not fall. Oklahoma City's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Caruso, the pass to Williams. And he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for two. That one on Davis.
What I love about Jalen Williams, he makes his presence felt on the game. Athleticism, tireless work ethic, and offensive skills that are just blossoming with each repetition.
Shai Gilgeous-Alexander checked in for the Thunder. Irving looking over the floor. The turnaround jumper. Count it. Irving's got 8 points.
And buckets like that have been hard to come by. Not the most exciting game. Both sides look way off in terms of their shooting.
Well, you have to appreciate the defensive battle for sure. Both squads struggling on the offensive end. We call this grit and grind.
And so now a timeout called by Jason Kidd. Coach needs a moment to talk things over. And the Mavericks with some changes. Derek Lively, he's checked in for Daniel Gafford. Clyde comes in for Washington. And it's Harper in for Anthony Davis. Wiggins is checked in for Oklahoma City. Irving against Gilgeous-Alexander. Lively with it. He has yet to score. Lively is screen on Williams. House. And it's Shai Gilgeous-Alexander with the rebound.
Credit the defense right there. They have not allowed this guy to get going at all in this period.
Here's Flag. And that one is good. Flag's got his first bucket in this one.
And that 7-foot wingspan of Flag helps him when he's in close.
Williams finds Caruso. Now, here's Dort. Left side, SGA. And Gilgeous-Alexander throws it down.
I love when Shai does not just settle for a layup, finish with authority. What a pretty dunk.
1:21 left in the first half. Irving passes to House. Over Williams. Off the left rim and out.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's going to buy himself a ticket to the bench. If he keeps shooting it like that, he has been putrid here this quarter.
Back to Caruso. No luck that time in the shot that would have put them on top. Here's House. Cans the shot with nobody near him. And the Mavericks lead by 2.
Well, we know this guy is always a threat offensively. You can't lose sight of him.
Williams for 3. And it's Harper with the rebound. For Oklahoma City, their last game was a loss to the Hawks in Atlanta.
Been a tough stretch for this guy right now. Looking a little out of sorts.
Williams kicks to Dort. His three-pointer's off the mark. Maverick shooting in the second quarter has been pretty embarrassing, just 27%. Here's Flag. And the 3 off target. Back to Williams. And the layup's good off the glass. Williams has got the game tied up here for the Thunder. It's a tie game in Dallas. Stay with us, folks. We'll get back just after halftime to start the third quarter. And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. Kyrie Irving really making a difference here.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
Boy, he has been shouldering the load. Aggressive, skilled, talented, and thus far unstoppable.
And for the Mavericks, they're shooting 41% for the game. Taking a look at the Thunder, Holmgren plays at the 4 with Hartenstein at the center spot. Gilgeous-Alexander runs things with Dort to his side. And it's Williams at the 3, the small forward.
Right thing there to stay that tight on him and really try to keep him out of his comfort zone.
You know, Greg, when Kyrie elevates off the dribble, it's a work of art.
He makes it look so easy, but that fluidity is the result of countless hours in the gym and perhaps an innate gift for the extraordinary.
Dort with the bounce pass. Holmgren the pass to Dort. Trains the three-pointer. Dort's got the lead up to 3 now for the Thunder.
You can see the work Lou Dort has put in to make himself a threat from 3. That's a pretty-looking shot right there.
Davis kicks to Irving. And he lays it straight in. Irving's got 10 points in the game.
Well, this is one of the best in the league at converting off contact. What body control by Kyrie Irving.
In close, it's Gilgeous-Alexander.
And you gotta love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of a grinded-out game.
SGA against Irving. It's rebounded by Hartenstein.
And it didn't fall, but that's the kind of shot they want their offense to create.
You know, it can be frustrating when you make the right play and fail to reap the rewards. You just have to stay with it here.
And so now a timeout called by Jason Kidd. This now will give him a chance to discuss some potential changes. Next up will be a home game matched up against the Pacers, and that game concludes a 5-game homestand. Irving against Gilgeous-Alexander. Count that one. 12 points for him.
Yeah, the way Kyrie varies his pace, hard for any defender to guess right.
Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Holmgren. Feet away, and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. That one on Davis. Doris, what do you think is the key for the development of such an impressive young player like Chet Holmgren?
Hey, Kevin, to me, really, it's simple. It's health. This is a young man for whom basketball is hugely important. He's one of the most impactful two-way players in the game. It's really come down to whether or not he can stay on the floor, but he is so passionate about basketball.
And now let's swing it over to Allie LaForce on the sideline.
Well, the Dallas Mavericks are all in on defense. Coach Jason Kidd said, quote, "That's something you can hang your hat on, especially when your offense isn't going. Defense will give you a chance to win those ugly games. That gives you the opportunity to play for that bigger trophy." Kevin?
Yeah, gotta have it. All right, Allie, thank you for the report.
And defensively, they've gotten a little careless, not playing with the same focus we saw in the first.
Irving passes to Harper. Lively high post. He's against Hartenstein. Lively finds Irving. Lively with the screen. On the clock. And finished off by Lively.
This is why you let Lively go to work inside. Such an exceptional athlete.
The Thunder leading by 3. And the dunk by Hartenstein.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA. The lead is what it is right now.
I tell you, you can't get stops if you're unwilling to put in the work.
Here's Irving. And the rebound goes to the Thunder. Holmgren's got his 5th rebound in this one. 1:46 left to play here in the third. Pass to Hartenstein. Holmgren in the corner. Hartenstein with the screen for Holmgren. Goes back up, and Hartenstein finishes inside. Now it's a 7-point Thunder lead.
And after a first half in which their offense shot under 40%. They've got the lead, and they should count themselves to be lucky.
And Dallas going with the whole new group out there. The Thunder also changing it up. Aaron Wiggins, he's checked in for Hartenstein. Alex Caruso comes in for Jalen Williams. And Wallace subbed in for Dort. And the foul called on Cason Wallace. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
And it's the Mavericks with the ball. 7-point differential. He lobs up the alley-oop pass. Holmgren with the steal.
The D feels like it's everywhere, and that pass should not have been made.
And it goes down 2 points. Caruso's got his first points in this one. And taking a quick look here at the hustle stats for the Thunder.
And they've shown great focus on the defensive end, putting constant pressure on the ball and really disruptive in terms of what they've done defensively.
And another theme in this game, to me, guys, has been how lethal they've been in transition. Attack on the break and make sure you convert.
Oklahoma City leading by 9. We've got 28 seconds left in the third quarter of the game.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
There's 18 seconds left to play in the third. Here is House, covered by Wiggins. Just 5 to shoot. Gafford misses.
Boy, that's the kind of contest you need to force the miss.
No good on the last second attempt there. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
Well, we have some elite passing big men in the NBA, and you love that skill. Wow.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. So with Irving on the bench, here's the 5 for Jason Kidd right now. Najee Marshall's out there with House. Then there's Davis. Then there's P.J. Washington. And it's Gafford in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Dives for it, and it goes out of bounds. That one off Dort. Stolen by Dort. Driving the lane, puts up a 3. Wallace misses. Mavericks trail by 13. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Here's Davis, and then jammed down right as he goes over Jalen Williams.
Oh, my goodness. AD wanted them to feel that one. Davis moves his whole team with that explosiveness.
And that great replay brought to us by the AT&T Connected Cam. Davis against Williams. Pass to Wallace. Shot clock at 3. Here's Caruso. That 3 off the mark. The Mavericks shooting for the game at 42%. Over to the left wing. It's House outside. They get it back. Fades. Nice defense from Wallace.
Geez, you can almost feel his desperation. He wants so badly to see the ball go through the net.
We all hear about AI in the workplace, and I don't mean Allen Iverson, although we could put him in the workplace. Greg, now teams are using computers to break down the action.
Yeah, able to use camera tracking to assess credit and blame, right? So maybe the little things. Oh, great dunk, freakish.
Wow.
No. Tell me we didn't just see that.
Oh, yeah. I think he's been practicing, GA, that one.
I'll tell you, that is a little bit of effort and a lot of work. How about the energy in this building off that play?
And with their hot shooting here in the second half, their field goal percentage over 50% now for the game.
little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth quarter. Washington passes to House. Davis with a screen on Caruso.
Just so fast. I mean, it's like trying to stop a train when he's coming in for the slam.
And here's Williams now. He'll bring it up for Oklahoma City. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. And Davis sends it back.
What a play by Davis. You think you can get it over me? Nuh-uh. Not on my watch.
Finishes inside on the nice dish.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
A different look for Dallas. Derek Lively, he's checked in for Daniel Gafford. Clyde comes in for P.J. Washington. And it's Harper in for House. And then for Oklahoma City, Holmgren comes in for Alex Caruso. And Shai Gilgeous-Alexander subbed in for Wallace. And now let's send it over to our courtside reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thanks, guys. Jason Kidd had some words for his team over the break. He did his best to light a fire under them, saying, "We have to fight. Now is the moment. We have to come out of this deficit swinging." Guys?
Thank you, Allie. Gilgeous-Alexander, rebounded by Lively. Mavericks trail by 12. Drives to the hoop. Taken away by Williams. And here's the fast break. Now Hartenstein. Gilgeous-Alexander. And he gets that one to go.
We all know that SGA is very capable of averaging 30 for a season. Tonight's exploit should come as no surprise.
Irving outside. Davis setting the pick for Irving. That shot no good. SGA against Irving. Now Holmgren. And there's the dunk.
And tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance. Impressive win for Oklahoma City.
Tonight, they did a great job of getting everyone involved. They had the good passing, and that led to some open shots.
Solid play, definitely, Kevin.
And so with this, they'll end up with their second win on the year.
And this is a great way for them to kick off this season series. 2 more games ahead, and they've taken the mental advantage with this win tonight.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and look at the stats, just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
So highly effective on the offensive end. At times, this guy just scoring at will.
And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Mavericks. Here's Joe. And Isaiah Joe, a high-level shooter, Doris, who does a lot of his damage off the catch.
Kevin, one of the prettiest jump shots in the league. This guy is always shot ready. The form is on point. The balance is there. You talk about a preeminent shooter, that is Isaiah Joe.
Dallas making a switch here. Russell's checked in. Chang, he's checked in for the Thunder. Aaron Wiggins comes in for Kenrich Williams.
What you love about D'Angelo Russell, he can impact winning with both his scoring and his passing.
Ball is with a screen on Washington. Wiggins right side, and it's Wiggins with the jam.
Saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
Yeah, playing with great energy and great effort. And as a coach, you'd love to see this from your team every single night.
Here's Caruso. And they can just let the clock run out here.
Cannot argue with the W.
Dallas foul. Daniel Gafford. Second personal foul.
The first one falls.
Jammed. 2 shots.
And so he makes both from the line. 12 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here is House. Shoots a fader. So no problem for Oklahoma City as they get the win. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
That's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just completely took the crowd.